John Cena just shook the entire pro wrestling universe by turning heel last night.
John Cena.
There's so many things to talk about with the Elimination Chamber. Let's dive right into it. We're going to talk about John Cena turning heel. We're going to talk about Bianca Belair winning the Elimination Chamber. We're going to talk about Jade Cargill looking like an absolute monster. Let's get started with that. The way Jade Cargill started out the Elimination Chamber, they booked her like a complete monster. I was starting to lose faith in the storyline on who attacked Jade Cargill. I think a lot of other wrestling fans were as well. I thought last night was the final straw of what they could possibly do with the storyline between Jade Cargill. I think we all knew Bianca or Naomi had something to do with it. In reality, Naomi willingly taking the spot for the tag team championships right when Jade got hurt, and there was no questions asked. It seems like Bianca is innocent. She did say in the post press conference interview after the chamber, Naomi made it very believable to Bianca that she had nothing to do with anything. So I think Bianca was innocent in the whole situation, and we're gonna have a Naomi versus Jade Cargill at WrestleMania 41. The booking of Jade Cargill, her return was phenomenal, and that's really what she needed heading into WrestleMania. I was hyped from the get-go just from that. Like, the match didn't even start yet. But now let's go on to the match. The Women's Elimination Chamber was great. It was fantastic. I feel like every woman got their time to shine in the match. I mean, Roxanne Perez was phenomenal. Bayley and Roxanne are definitely having some sort of feud right after the Elimination Chamber, I feel like, because Roxy's on the main roster now. I feel like Roxanne Perez in the match was the standout, and she was my dark horse to win. I had Liv Morgan winning. Roxanne Perez showed the world that she belongs here on the main roster, just like Tiffany Stratton did at last year's Elimination Chamber. I feel like Roxanne Perez is really over with the crowd right now, and they're going to put her in a very, very anticipated feud between the role model Bayley. The MVP of the Elimination Chamber took all of it. Nasty spots. Liv Morgan. I mean, can we get a quick look what she had to endure during this match? Let's take a look at this.
Oh, both. Oh, no! Oh! Liv Morgan just got whipped!
That whip was brutal. Liv Morgan was bleeding on her legs. Her back was bleeding. It was insane. Liv Morgan was definitely, in my opinion, the MVP of the chamber. We gotta talk about Bianca Belair. What an outstanding, unexpected, in my opinion, winner of the match. In my cards, I didn't see Bianca winning because of the whole Jade thing. The Jade situation wasn't going on. Obviously, we know now because in the beginning of the chamber, Jade attacked Naomi, but I thought Bianca had something to do with it. So I thought the ultimate goal was going to be Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill at WrestleMania. Now that we know that Bianca has nothing to do with that, it makes perfect sense for Bianca to go against Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. I mean, this is a dream match, and I wish we had more time to build for this, but this match is going to cook no matter what. Now, obviously, we got the Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky championship match. I think this could potentially be a triple threat match, and if it is, I wouldn't even be mad at all. Obviously, we want to see Rhea versus Bianca one-on-one. It's going to be a star-studded match, and that's going to deliver. Next up, Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus got the job done. I feel like that was pretty expected. The match was pretty good. At the very end of the match, Trish was like needing Tiffany's help. The passing of the torch was very much present in that match, and I feel like that was the whole goal of the match, to make Tiffany look like a star, and she is a star, and I feel like that was a great move by WWE. We pretty much knew who was gonna win. We can't have Tiffany Stratton losing before WrestleMania, facing the absolute GOAT of the entire women's division in wrestling history, honestly, Charlotte Flair, as she is taking on Tiffany Stratton for the women's championship. Yeah, we need Tiffany to be as over as possible, and I feel like they're doing a great job at that, and last night was a perfect example of how you book Tiffany Stratton for the future. Stop making her like this defenseless champion. Let's make her this champion as she can get the job done. I think it's signs of what she can do against Charlotte Flair at Mania. Now, my absolute favorite match of the night, and I believe nothing topped this whatsoever, besides obviously the final segment Sami Zayn against Kevin Owens. This was an absolute brutality on a live broadcasting. This was insane. We got Jade Cargill back earlier in the night. I thought that was going to be the only return for the entire night. But we got Randy Orton at the end of the show as well. And I was so happy that Randy didn't interfere during the match. I feel like that would have really killed the mood. Let's be real here. This match between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn was practically a WrestleMania match. I mean, I really feel like this match could have main evented the entire show. We had Kevin Owens going through a barbed wire steel chair. We had Sami Zayn flipping over and going on a double stack of tables. We had them fighting in the crowd. Kevin Owens going through not one, but 2 tables with popcorn on it in the crowd as well. And then you just had Kevin Owens in absolute brutality at the end, just slamming Sami Zayn onto the side of the ring. When it comes down to the end of the year, match of the year contender. Like, just everything about this. And it didn't need any extra interference at all. I'm so glad that it didn't have that, because this match was just perfect from top to bottom, if you ask me, in my opinion, in all aspects of the match. And yes, Randy Orton returning, that was really, really exciting. Before Kevin Owens was about to pile drive Sami Zayn on the concrete floor outside. That was going to be the end of Sami Zayn. Obviously, Randy Orton couldn't let that happen anymore. Kevin Owens has been doing this for way too long over the last few months. So Randy Orton came down, beat up Kevin Owens, and he almost brought back the punt kick. Kevin Owens rolled out of the ring, and then that was the end of that little face-to-face, but we know we're going to get that at WrestleMania. At least I believe so. I feel like that would be a marquee matchup. I think it's safe to say also that we're getting that punt kick at WrestleMania, by the way. No way that they just teased that, and we're not going to get that. We're going to get that at WrestleMania. Don't you worry. Kevin Owens, Randy Orton's getting that revenge. He's getting you back. The Men's Elimination Chamber was definitely number 2 of my favorite matches of the night. Obviously, it was just also star-studded. John Cena, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul. We got Damian Priest. I don't like that Drew got out first. I feel like that was very odd. We didn't even get to see Drew McIntyre and CM Punk in the ring together. I thought at least everyone was going to be in the ring at the same time, even if it was for a few minutes, because everyone had some sort of connection or previous encounter with each other. I thought it would at least make a little bit of sense to have everyone enter the chamber. Say if someone gets out in the first 2 minutes after everyone else is in, that would have been fun. But Drew McIntyre, did he? I believe he lost in a roll-up. Did he lose in a roll-up?
And now Priest rolling up McIntyre. And he got it, no. And I'll explain to you what happened there.
Dude, Drew McIntyre lost in, I'm going to call this a roll-up. He lost in another roll-up. The bro is literally the founder of fruit roll-ups at this point. That is insane, dude. I'm not the biggest fan of Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre as a WrestleMania matchup, just because Damian Priest is booked as an absolute, like, Superman. He's built as an immortal character, and he's not even a champion. Why is he not using all this fuel towards a WWE championship or the World Heavyweight Championship or even the mid-card title? I mean, bro no-sells absolutely everything. Yeah, I did not like Drew McIntyre getting eliminated first. I know what they're trying to do with it, so I do understand it. I was definitely upset about that. But the match, that doesn't mean that the match was bad at all. That was just one thing that I thought, I just wanted to see Drew, Punk, and Rollins in the ring at the same time, but I'm sure we're going to get something in the future. It's a long game, you know. It's not all going to happen in one night. We can't get everything that we want. We started off the match very hot. Obviously, Drew getting eliminated first, and then Logan Paul with the awesome spot on the top of the pod. I thought that was really cool. John Cena and CM Punk, the nostalgia from 2013. They had their face-off. They teased it at first, and then it made it seem like they weren't actually going to get to, like, go at each other for a certain point. Then it ended up being that it was John Cena and CM Punk one-on-one to decide who's going to main event WrestleMania. CM Punk never main evented WrestleMania. John Cena last year, last WrestleMania, big stakes on the line. Little did I know, at least, because the camera crew did an amazing job not showing Seth Rollins after he got eliminated. I thought he left the chamber. I thought it was just John Cena and CM Punk in the ring at the very end. I didn't know that Rollins was still in the chamber. For those that were live there and were in person watching it, they were like, oh, that's what's going to happen. Rollins is going to screw Punk. But as a viewer at home, I'm sure you feel the same way as me. We didn't know what was coming. We thought Rollins left the chamber. When Rollins curb stomped, and may I add, that curb stomp was definitely dirty. He's been doing some nasty curb stomps, Seth Rollins. The one to Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble, the double feet one, that was just dirty. And then this one, right onto the floor of the chamber. And then John Cena pulling CM Punk in. He capitalized on the opportunity. I don't blame Cena for doing that. But it also shows that John Cena was willing to do whatever it took to get to WrestleMania. I feel like Cena in 2011 would be like, hey, dude, like, that's messed up. I feel like he would, like, pick up Punk and be like, hey, get back in the gear. All right, now let's go. This is a fair match. He took that opportunity and he ran with it. And that leads to the final segment with the final boss. They came out right after John Cena got the win. Cody Rhodes came out in the all-black suit. And when I saw that, I was like, Cody Rhodes is selling his soul tonight. I thought nothing was gonna really happen with this segment, and I feel like a lot of other people didn't also. I thought this was gonna be the mid part of the show. I thought in no way that it was gonna main event the Elimination Chamber. But little did I know that this segment was the greatest segment I have ever seen in my WWE watching career. I mean, 22-year-old, I've definitely never seen anything so groundbreaking, especially growing up watching John Cena. For those that grew up in the early 2000s or even the 90s, you were a fan of John Cena definitely as a kid. So what happened in this segment was definitely devastating and mind-boggling to you. For the new fans who love Cody Rhodes, love Jey Uso, love Roman Reigns, and grew up watching them, they don't understand the magnitude of John Cena turning heel. This man literally couldn't turn heel because he was so loved by the entire wrestling universe. And if he turned heel, the company would probably deflate very, very slowly, as he was the face of the franchise for so many years. Before we even get into what John Cena did, The Rock comes out with Travis Scott. They're all dressed in black. Same with Cody Rhodes. I'm thinking, all right, dude, it seems like Cody's just going to sell his soul right on the bat. We even got Travis Scott with him. They're in the ring. The Rock asking Cody Rhodes, are you going to say yes? And then Cody Rhodes drops the F-bomb.
Hey, Rock, go yourself.
Cody Rhodes drops the F-bomb. I feel like that was just as groundbreaking as John Cena kicking Cody Rhodes in the balls and turning heel. If you're a wrestling fan, like, that was huge. I don't know how they worked that out, what type of maybe fine they're gonna get for allowing that. And then now I'm thinking, whoa, so nothing's happening tonight. Cody Rhodes is not selling his soul. They were trying to trick us with the all-black suit, matching The Rock and Travis Scott. Cena's getting hyped in the background. Cena's just excited that it's just going to be a one-on-one. John Cena goes for a hug to Cody Rhodes, stares the final boss in the eyes with this menacing look. I've never seen John Cena have this look in my entire life watching wrestling. Maybe in his movies, but this is a whole nother Cena I've never seen before. He looks at The Rock. Oh, it's going down. And The Rock, he does the 1, 2, 3 thing. Like what he did at Bad Blood. It was planned to work out this way, like what we're seeing right now. And The Rock made the cue like, all right, John, it's time. It's time. Take over. John Cena, he got the A-OK. He pulls back from the hug. He's like, can't wait, Cody. He's about to like shake his hand or whatever. Boom. Kick right in the jewels. The adrenaline. It might still be in the soul, but it's not in the jewels anymore for Cody Rhodes. Me, my brother, and my friend, we watch every single premium live event, and we were flipping out. As growing up watching John Cena and witnessing that, if you didn't watch Cena growing up, you wouldn't have that same feeling. But I feel like the entire arena in Toronto that night, and everyone at home, and everyone on the internet, dude, like this broke the internet. This broke just the wrestling industry. No one's got a shot of even coming close to the feeling that this segment brought. It's just crazy what the WWE can do year after year. This is back-to-back years where they're making mind-boggling storylines right before WrestleMania. This just changes everything. I feel like this changes the landscape of absolutely everything for WWE. What is the reason behind Cena doing it? We don't know yet. Obviously, we can have speculations. My God. I mean, you even had Travis Scott slapping the absolute crap out of Cody Rhodes. I don't know if Travis Scott knew. Like, you're not supposed to smash someone's head like that. Like, that was pretty wild by Travis Scott. The segment, not what I expected at all. And I love it when they do those curveballs where it's like, oh, you thought this was going to happen here? You thought it was just going to be a little segment, you know, teasing on something a little bit? No, we're going to give you the whole thing tonight. You know, you're clowning it on Friday Night SmackDown 2 weeks ago, saying how bad the segment was when The Rock approached the situation. I was one of those people. The potential for the story was cool, but how they presented it on the show, The Rock taking 30 minutes just to explain it, was pretty bad. I did not think it could go to the magnitude, though, of what happened last night. Absolutely insane. And it just goes to show you that if you're a wrestling fan, anything can happen. I think we've completely learned that anything can happen. We just saw John Cena turn heel. We just heard Cody Rhodes told The Rock to go F off. We're in for a humongous road to WrestleMania, and I am so excited to see it, and I hope you guys are too. Let me know what you guys thought of the Elimination Chamber and of each match and of the segment especially. Just what an event, and we got a big road to WrestleMania ahead of us. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more wrestling content, and I will see you in the next one.